Hello, welcome to vlog 15 and the long-awaited office tour. Now, for those wondering, what is my portable office away from here? Well, it's just up on the shelf, and it is my 2020 MacBook Pro M1. First ever MacBook Pro of this size that has come with the Apple Silicon. So M2 is currently out now, the MacBook Pro. They've gotten rid of the touch bar. I actually find the touch bar quite useful. My computer needs a little bit of a clean before we go away again. Running on the new 14.0 software, which is, I have to say, pretty good. Sonoma, I'm actually running on the public beta 14.1, which I've also got here on my main setup. Now, I also use beta software so I can get the latest things before anybody else, but it's a free opportunity for me to test out the latest software on macOS, iOS, and this is my home office. So, microphone setups. Well, I have two, and I will get the first one out because I was using it earlier on today. This is the EPOS H3 gaming headset. It is the wired version, which means that you have a boom mic, which in that current position, it is off. Flick it down, you hear a hinge click, and it goes on. Connected by 3.5mm jack from here into the back of the main part of my setup. Along with that, I also have something different, because I also do some voiceover work. Got a project that I need to do, which I have been trying to get around to this week, but it's been quite busy. Elgato Wave 3 connected to my Bose QC35s. Now, I don't take these on the road with me anymore. Main reason being, they're quite long in the tooth, but they're quite useful with connecting with this, where I can actually monitor what I'm saying, I can also listen to what's going on. But my headphones away are the JLab Go Air Pop, which literally are they're basically take AirPods Pro from Apple and put them in something the size of this. Well, these were quite inexpensive and they're quite useful. They do have a habit of falling out of your ears at times, especially when you're on a plane and you're bending your head to the left-hand side. But before I get onto the pièce de résistance, I also have recently bought a new desk mat, which also has the facility of wireless charging my iPhone 14, so less cabling on here the better. So what is the pièce de résistance? What is the big screen in the middle? Well, the big screen in the middle is a 27-inch iMac 5K from 2019. Now, I got this on offer from John Lewis, got a 2-year guarantee. Came with 8 gigs of RAM, but then I upgraded that to 24, so I tripled the RAM capacity thanks to Crucial, which is a supplier of RAM memory for Macintoshes. I've been a Mac user for over 3 decades, maybe even longer than that, thanks to my dad. First computer we had in the household was a Macintosh 2, and that was the one which was the tower with the screen and the inbuilt 3.5-inch floppy disk drive. Keyboard and mouse came with it. This did have, up until this weekend just gone, a 1TB Fusion drive. I'll come on to what a Fusion drive is, but that's recently had a change because it now has a 1TB solid state drive. Big thank you to Simon at Samara. It's had a couple of problems. The Finder window, which is basically the Windows button on a Mac, effectively, if you want to use a direct correlation, because my Fusion drive had started failing. Now, this is a Fusion drive. It's a 1TB hard disk drive, an HDD, which is a lot slower than the solid state drive. But on the back, you have this little microprocessor board, which contains a 128GB flash drive. So that stores all the documentation or the programs that you use most, and the rest of it gets housed in here. So still have that. Thank you to Simon for sorting that out for me. I also have recently just bought a SanDisk Ultra USB 3.0, high transfer speeds. This has got 64GB on it, so it's actually quite handy. So along with the iMac main screen. I have two other screens. I have a Samsung 21-inch LCD on that side and a 23 LCD screen on that side. Now this is quite pertinent because I could be working on multiple different projects. Quite useful for say this weekend because I'm commentating on the Stock Car Pro Series, which is the top tier of tin top racing over in Brazil with the likes of Rubens and Dudu Barrichello. FIA GT1 champion Ricardo Zonta, who also raced in Formula 1, inaugural ever Formula E champion Nelson Piquet Jr., Felipe Massa. You've got quite a few other names in there, including a man who's won the Stock Car Pro Series 3 times, but also is a 2-time LM GTE 24 Hours of Le Mans champion, Daniel Serra. The likes of Ricardo Mauricio, Thiago Camilo, who my friend Carlos Costa refers to as Brazil's equivalent of Sterling Moss, is always the bridesmaid, never the bride when it comes to a title. So I've also got things such as paperwork. I've got a lot of stuff that goes on. I've got a lot of filing down here. Being self-employed is not that easy. But that really wraps up a brief. This is probably going to be the briefest vlog of the year, but that is it for what I have here for my home office. I also have a 1 terabyte solid external hard drive to add to the capacity of the iMac. But you know what? I'm going to call it quits then. That is it for vlog number 15. I'll see you for vlog 16, which will be the 2023 ADAC Sim Racing Expo at the Dortmund Messe in Germany. So see you all soon. Thanks for watching and take care. Bye-bye.